what time gives you, like when you can really start looking at the level of build. So we've been asking for context the whole time. Like that's come up in a couple of notes already. So you're giving us a lot of context. Like we really can understand what the story is and kind of where things are going. Even to the point that it's still a little confusing, like because there's so many questions that are unanswered. But that's part of the game. It's fun. In addition to that, like you put a lot of mechanics in there. Like so, being able to see those different attack mechanics and like where that can go. Definitely, a prototype. Like you're in an early stage, but like there's a lot of interesting stuff that can happen here. It's a really nice foundation across. Is there anything that you scoped out? Can you think of? Is there anything that you said like, oh, we don't have time for that, we cut it? You were going to put it? Or did you? Or were you able to implement everything you planned?
I believe story-wise, we had like an alternative story where if you did a certain thing in the past, it would completely change the present. That's what we cut. That's something big that we cut.
I thought you were going to have him turn young when he went in the past.
First of all, it's kind of great for you to call your team name Bill Failed. It's one thing that will always get you looked by programmers. It's kind of like me calling my studio segmentation mode. The actual storyline itself, I found it quite interesting. It felt like sort of a mix of South Park meets time travel. I do like the whole backstory of the amulet. I kind of got a bit of going great vibe from it. The actual storyline, I could see great potential in that, especially if I got the whole idea of going back in time to change things. I mean, if it was possible to change things in one of different ways and have it reflect the present day, that'd be an interesting sort of gameplay mechanic of it. The only two things which could be better on my end was with the combat, there wasn't any sort of feedback you can see on there. Main reason being is you saw those blobs attacking the players or vice versa, but I had absolutely no idea how far on the actual game was going, the battle was going. I mean, this is why we have for a lot of sports, we have like a scoring back in the corner. But a bigger issue, and one that's a bit more fixable, is the font you guys use for dialogue. I understand why you are using the thematic font, but there is a reason why a lot of games use boring fonts, is that they're readable, especially at a distance. I mean, I imagine it was easy to read on the monitor, but here, over here, it's just like, I just gave up the third box in, because it was just, if it wasn't the fact that it was on the dark, it was like contrast issues or just small, it's just hard to read. So I'd say, don't feel bad about using a standard or boring font for games. We do it all the time because it's so much easier to convey stuff, and any sort of issues that we may have with the dialogue in English, it's going to be more exasperated if you decide to localize in different languages.
Yeah, and I would definitely second on the font. I couldn't read it at all from this distance. It's on the giant screen, so that would be really helpful. The look, it looks fantastic, I think. It's a really nice look to it, so kudos on the artwork. I also like the time travel dynamic. I mean, there are so many different things you can do with that that get really interesting. So I would actually advise that you explore that more in terms of being kind of the central mechanism of the game. Like last year I was a judge at the Universal Features Game Dev Challenge. One of the IPs that people were developing games for was Back to the Future. So we saw all kinds of really cool games that were using time travel in different creative ways. And you've got a start of it here, which I think is really cool. So I would just kind of build on that. Because the idea of switching between realities or going back or forward in order to fix it, to solve the problem has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I thought the story was cool. The idea of someone being so desperate to save their mother that they let everyone else in the city die, and then she dies anyway. Like, that's super dark, which is a lot of fun. I thought the art style was very cool as well. It reminds me a bit of Maniac Mansion, or some of the earlier adventure games, which is a good way. As Kate was saying, the time travel mechanic has a ton of potential. Like, you can go all sorts of directions with that. Consider exploring that a little bit more. The core combat stuff that you have there is it's definitely a good first step. For some suggestions for your next game, I'd suggest having a little bit of a telegraph or a warm-up time before an enemy attack comes out, so that you can see it coming and dodge out of the way. Also adding impact effects for when your fireball hits an enemy would help tell the player what's going on and that they're being successful with their attacks. As a side note, I thought Mr. Smith's animations were hilarious. It was
excellent work. I really liked the breadth of mechanics you have. You left yourselves a lot of room to maneuver for deepening the efficacy of those mechanics. I will jump in on the combat feedback bandwagon here. That was definitely my big personal note, was that I had some trouble distinguishing when things were actually occurring in combat or if there was a solid hit. The artwork was fantastic. Really liked that. And the story was really well developed. Good job, there, guys.
All right, thank you guys.
So up next, also from Pierce County Skills Center, is Team Tree and Board Games with Aged Retribution. And I forgot to announce this earlier, but Pierce County Skills Center also has several game cabinets out in the lobby area. So when we hit intermission, you might want to go check those out.